Focusing on interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication. It is the foundation of all successful communication with others in face-to-face situations and some mediated forms of communication such as with telephones. It begins with our own self-concept and our attitude towards others. Intrapersonal communication. In order to successfully communicate with others, you must first learn to communicate with yourself. Building a positive self concept can give you confidence you need to communicate effectively, must draw from your strengths, must know where you need to improve, set goals for change. Research has shown that positive self talk increases focus, concentration, and performance. If you believe you cannot do something, your brain will tell your body and it will shut down. When you stay encouraged and positive, your body will also respond in a positive way. First, open. It is called open because many of a person's behaviors, motivations, feelings, likes, and dislikes are openly communicated to others. Second, blind. You're blind to what others perceive about you. Feedback can make you aware of this information, but you may or may not decide to adapt or change. Third, hidden. It represents things you know or believe about yourself, but that you do not choose to share with others. Fourth, unknown. Things that neither you nor others know or acknowledge. It could be subconscious feelings or things you do not remember. Interpersonal communication modes. Skill. What to say, when to say, keeping in mind lesser is always better. Why is it required? To have self awareness, to create good and lasting impression on others. People do not have to be chameleon while having communication. Example, guy going on a date with a girl compared to his friends. Communication modes. Passive, assertive, aggressive. Passive. Communication style in which you put the right of others before your own, minimizing your own self-worth. Motto. Don't express true feelings. Never disagree. Characteristics. Trust others but not self. Behaviors. Ask permission unnecessarily. Complains instead of taking action. Problem solving. Avoids, ignores, leaves, postpones. Effects. Gives up being him or herself. Doesn't know where he or she stands. Slowly loses self-esteem. Assertive. Communication style in which you stand up for your rights while maintaining respect for right of others. Example, Anna Hazare, Gandhiji. Motto, believes self and others are valuable. I have rights and so do others. Characteristics. Trust self and others. Confident, flexible, sense of humor, initiating. Behaviors. Operates from choice, action oriented, firm. Problem solving. Negotiates, compromises on the spot. Effects. Increased self esteem and self confidence, feels motivated and understood, know where they stand. Aggressive. Communication style in which you stand up for your rights but you violate the right of others. Example, Napoleon Bonaparte. Motto. Everyone should be like me. I am never wrong. I have got rights but you don't. Characteristics. Achieves goals often at others' expense, domineering, patronizing, sarcastic. Behavior. Puts others down, doesn't ever think they are wrong, bossy, jumps on others, doesn't show appreciation. Problem solving. Must win arguments, threatens, always ready for attacks. Effects. Wastes time and energy over supervising others, fosters resistance, defense, striking back, lying, covering up. Interpersonal influence. Influence is the power that a person has to affect other people's thinking or actions. Strategies of influence. Compliance gaining, compliance resisting, interpersonal dominance. Compliance gaining. Foot in the door. This strategy involves making a small request of the receiver, which the receiver then grants, and then making a larger request of the receiver. The larger request is actually the goal of the interaction. The idea behind this strategy is that once you get your foot in the door with the small request, the individual whom you're trying to influence will grant the target or the actual request. Interpersonal dominance, persuasiveness, conversational control, focus, self assurance. Dealing with resistance, low yield strategies, high yield strategies. High yield strategies. The contemporary approach is to treat resistance as natural and to believe that people will always resist those things that they feel are not in the best interest. High yield strategies honor resistance and deal within a respectful and constructive manner. What is feedback? Feedback is an essential part of education and training programs. It helps learners to maximize their potential at different stages of training and improve performance. It is used at all times when performing job functions, especially in tasks such as coordinating teamwork, a formal performance appraisal, seeking clarification, etc. Feedback is information given to a person to evaluate behaviors. People can give you feedback on things you do or say. General guidelines for feedback. Feedback is most useful when it is specific, descriptive, incident related. Disclosed all key information. You have to be clear about the outcomes you wish to obtain by the feedback, but at the same time, you need to be open to new inputs that may emerge during the feedback session. Feedback focuses on improvement. Effective feedback is well balanced. Feedback can be positive, negative, supportive, corrective. Characteristics of effective feedback: well timed and expected, based on first hand data, clear, focused on important aspects of the task and learning objectives, phrased in descriptive language based on specific remediable behaviors, provides opportunity for improvement and continued learning. Types of feedback. There are basically three types of feedback: brief feedback, formal feedback, major feedback. People will accept feedback if the feedback is clear, they trust the motivation and sincerity of the person giving the feedback, they respect the judgment of the person giving the feedback, they are free of worries that may prevent them from listening objectively. People will give feedback if they believe it is useful and necessary, they feel they have support from the organization, they have some guidelines to help them word their thoughts, they expect the recipient will listen objectively, they know their feedback will not be used against them. Thank you.